The views, thoughts, and expressions of the show are purely satire and do not reflect the host's employer or any associated parties pertaining to the hosts. This is a joke of a show. Do not take this show serious. We are idiots.
NFA is the podcast of the day. Got a cowboy and a witch and two nerds that don't play. They're talking about things that make your mind afraid. No censor, they're here to slay. They ride through the airwaves, kicking up dust, covering topics that others might cuss. Get ready for all opinions, no fuss. Cowboy, witch, and nerds, you better trust.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the NFA Network. My name is Zaga, and yes, you heard that right. It is just the NFA Network. No more Copper's Corner, fanboys, down the rabbit hole. We are making it just one show again. Back to just the NFA Network, where we're still going to give you the podcasting that you've never asked for before. But here we are. Like I said, my name is Zaga, and I'm accompanied by my favorite co-host.
The one from what Zaga likes to consider Mountain Time, but it is the Oklahoma Nick. And I like that we're coming back to the whole, I guess we're coming to it's like off of Chuck and Larry. It's a circle. It's just a circle.
Okay, you can't do that. You can't do that.
It's a circle.
It's a circle.
It's a circle. Circle.
You touch. How can you go nothing you touch? But yes, guys, we're doing this back to, and it's really because of your fault. We're blaming you guys. It's all your fault because you guys only come to watch Copper. And he's yelled at y'all. He said, watch the other episodes. And I'm pulling up the motherfucking receipts right now because I'm yelling at y'all. And I know y'all ain't even going to watch it because Copper ain't here. But if y'all Copper motherfuckers don't come watch our show, we go from 242 views to 50. 50. And it's a third of the time. A third of the time. Like that episode was 30 minutes. Copper's episode was an hour and a half.
I mean, but in all honesty, I don't blame people. I mean, the man, the voice, the hands, the hair, the tattoo, and I have tattoos. And still, no, I don't blame the audience.
I think it is that I don't have hair now. By the way, I had hair for a minute. I was growing it back, and I loved it. And then, Nick, I'll send you the picture. My scalp completely got destroyed with I have a skin condition called dermatitis, and this was the worst it has ever been. Like when it happened, I called Ellie over and was like, should I go to urgent care? Because I'm legitimately concerned for my safety right now.
So you probably have like a prescribed like shampoo, don't you?
I used to have a top. I just sent you the picture. But I used to have like a topical ointment. I used to have all this stuff, but it's hard.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's bad.
You look like your head looks like Deadpool.
I used to tell everyone. I was telling everyone. I was like, yo, like I went to work. I had to wear a hat, and my boss was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, why are you wearing a hat? I'm like, dude, I look like Deadpool. I was like, either I'm gonna get sympathy. People are gonna buy cars out of sympathy for me or something. But like, I mean, we can see everything is fine now. Everything is really pretty. Everything looks, back to normal.
I'm glad you gave me like a little bit of a warning, because if I had opened that up, this would have almost looked like an unsolicited fucking dick pic.
Oh yeah, it looks like I sent a dick pic, but I have severe syphilis.
Yeah, and you're uncircumcised.
Oh yeah, there's definitely. It's like, I mean, my head doesn't look like there's just no hole at the top.
That's where they forgot to cut.
Oh, you don't cut the hole open. So
I know that, but like I don't know. That's just.
Yeah, that's what happens. So yeah, I have very sensitive skin, guys. So last week, that's kind of why I was not in front of the camera for very long. I was very, very self-conscious of my scalp at the time, and I was like, I didn't want to be seen. That happened on Sunday, actually. And I cleaned it all up, and obviously I have topical ointments. It's just hard to treat when you have hair on there. So, but yeah, I looked like Deadpool for a few days. And just so you guys know, this is something it comes like I got a lot of questions about this when it happened. Like, what happened? What caused it? What did this? What did that? I'll send it to you. I'll post it in the video or something like that. But it comes up from stress. It can happen from just the weather change, allergies, anything like that. And obviously, in today's economy, stress happens and shit just gets fucking crazy. But Yeah. I forget where I was leading with this. Why I even brought that up.
Oh, we were talking about Copper and how he's got hair and tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
You said you had hair.
I had hair. No more now. But yeah, Copper, I get it. I get why people will watch him, right? Like, I mean, if I came up on here and I was talking with a very, very deep accent and just sat here and we would talk to y'all, and, just tell you, darling, sweetheart, I'm gonna take care of you, and
This is not your calling. This is not your calling.
I'm gonna carry you through a fiery building and bring you to safety, because that's what I do. I'm Copper. Hey, I love you, Copper. He's gonna watch this and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck were you doing, bro? Like, what is happening?"
I'm not even going to attempt to do a Copper impression.
You already got the accent down, so
I've sat here and listened to my audio and his audio, and I don't see there's like a smidgen of like similarity, but for the most part, I don't see here any. And I
there's
think
an accent. One of these days, I'm gonna come on the episode, and I'm gonna let my New York accent through. I'm gonna let my true New York self come out. I'm gonna have a few drinks, because that's when it comes out the best. And then I'll just start talking to you like you're some fucking kind of, fucking asshole or some shit. And you want to fucking talk to me like some fucking guy who wears fucking, you sitting over there with your fucking mountain time and your fucking shit.
Fucking man.
I should do the whole documentary in that accent. Fucking New York fucking shitty over here with these fucking goombas fucking walking around in fucking the gold chains and the fucking wife beaters like fucking assholes, The worst part is I know people that actually legitimately talk like that. That's their normal voice. Like, I can only imagine, could you imagine being in a corporate setting with a fucking New Yorker like that?
That's terrifying.
The fucking projections over here, if you look at the fucking numbers, this shit's going up. We don't want that shit to go down. It's going to go down like the fucking towers. We don't want that shit. We don't want that shit to be better. We want it to be good. Like a fucking bagel from fucking Louis down the street there. You know the bagel from there where it's toasted with the butter? That shit is fucking nice. That's how could you imagine that? That's what's going on. I bet you, though, profits would go up. You'd be afraid. You'd do your job.
I would probably quit. I'd quit.
Dude, I'm quitting my job. Your boss an asshole? No, he just sounds like a fucking moron all the time. Oh, so he just talks stupid? No, like, you just gotta hear him. Gotta come to the thing. Hey, Nick, you got the fucking coffee. Where's the coffee? Got the fucking minute.
Be like off of Boondock Saints. I ain't getting him no fucking bagel.
Well, buddy, I know it's been a couple weeks since we talked. I texted you the other day. I was like, "You good? I haven't talked yet. You've been quiet for a bit in our group chat. Where you and I are usually the ones that keep the conversation flowing in our group chats. So I'm curious, like, what you've been up to, bud? What's happening? Tell the people why you've been. Why were you not available last week to record an episode?
I died.
We're just gonna get comfy here while you tell your story time, because I want to hear.
So, what had happened was, so I got invited to a friend's birthday. It was like a rave birthday at a lifestyle club. I'm not going to go into further detail what said lifestyle club is.
Cool.
Feel free to look certain things up.
We said a lifestyle club?
Yes. No stutter. Absolutely. 1,000% it was a lifestyle club. I knew what I was walking into. You what?
See, listen, because there's a lot of ways of lifestyle, and you're in the Midwest, so now I'm immediately thinking Mormons and like,
nope.
Listen, you're in Utah now, and now I'm thinking of like there's multiple wives for your choosing.
That's nope.
Orgy.
There was one there.
We're getting closer.
And then there was one there.
You're like, you're getting warmer.
I'll drop you a hint. You flip a pineapple upside down.
Ah.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah. Well, I've been in that whole thing for a while now. But anyways, got invited to a friend's birthday there. It was a rave birthday. And mind you, I don't ever really go out. I usually drink at home, or I'll go out and like I'll have a drink like with dinner and stuff like that. Well, I decided I'll make an appearance in the wild and all that and go show, celebrating stuff like that. And so I did that. I only had a few drinks that night. I actually monitored how much I drank because I didn't want to stay up super late. That plan absolutely failed of the whole staying up late. I actually went to the party. That club didn't close till 4. After the club, we went to a house party.
Morning?
Yeah.
My man, you are not at
I
the
know.
age to be up till 4 in the morning.
It gets better. Like I said, the club closed at 4. My date lost her phone at so we were inside the club looking for her phone for about 45 minutes to an hour. Found said phone. Go to an after party, which I don't think an after party is even the correct term after that because it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Party. It's a new party. There's not an after party. It is the party tomorrow.
And so we get to this after party. I'm already tired. There's a hot tub. I sat in the hot tub for a cool minute. I get out. I look at my date. I was like, I'm ready to go. And because I looked at my phone and it was 5:37 in the morning. I didn't get back to my house till about 6:30 in the morning. I confused the piss out of my dog because at that time I'm already getting up to get the day started. I let him out, let him back in, and I go lay down in bed, and it throws his whole schedule off. I didn't wake up again until like 12, 1 o'clock, and I was not hungover because, like I said, I drank water and juice all night, and because I didn't feel like drinking, and I absolutely felt every last bit of it. And then in turn, I think my karma was Monday. I started to feel like shit, and I thought maybe it was just because it was humid here. No, I went down getting actually sick for 3 days. I recovered Thursday. This is me getting over my sickness, actually.
I'm legit just baffled by this. So I have not been on an all-night crusade. And you know what's fun? I actually have video evidence of the last time I had a fucking crusade like this. I legitimately went to, it was me and Chris. Chris was visiting New York City.
Okay.
For the first time. And my cousin, ironically, oh, here it is. This was June 14th, 2017. That's the timestamp on this. And you know how I know that it was one of those nights? Because, and I didn't even stay up as late as you. This says 4:32 in the morning. 4:32 in the morning. That was you can see that. Boom, right there. 4:32 a.m. in the TikTok or in the Snapchat. That was the latest we were up. And that was the last time I was 27. That was 70. God damn, I'm old. Holy shit. Holy fuck.
Reality sank in real fast.
You just saw the light go out of my eyes in camera. Like I was looking at the screen here and I saw in the peripheral of myself on the video and I just saw my eyes go, no, that's almost a decade ago. But see, this is why we don't do this anymore, Nick. We're not capable. Like, let me tell you what my weekend persisted of last weekend. Last weekend, was that last weekend WrestleMania? Yeah, it was. It was WrestleMania, wasn't it?
No, 2 weekends ago.
2 weekends ago.
Yep, it was 2 weekends ago.
Yes. So what did I even do last weekend? I don't even think I did anything, dude.
You didn't.
Yeah. Like I don't do anything. I just go, like, even last, like, you know what my Saturday night was? Last night I went to bed at 2 a.m. and I was like, oh, what a night. Because I was watching the Ryan Garcia fight. That was my night. And I ordered Domino's at 10 o'clock. I got real ballsy with it, guys. We chanced the heartburn at 10 o'clock at night on 420 because we knew what I was doing. We knew where my mindset was.
The pizza wasn't the only thing baked.
Oh, yeah. No, I was definitely, I went through a process. I went through a commercial oven. Like the ones you see at like big bakeries, big ones.
Jesus Christ.
Sourdough right there, baby. That's what we were.
That yeast infection kicked in.
Not an infection. No infections here. We're not sick. You know, we don't do that. But yeah. So this week, man, I got some big stuff coming up this week. Just so you know, I got some wedding shenanigans going on. Found my suit. Got the suit. Ellie got her dress. I have not seen it. Don't want to see it. Want it to be a surprise, right? I got my suit for the wedding. Nice little burgundy maroon. It's really nice. It's actually like a darker, like a little more of a red version of the wall here. Actually more like if you look at the Patrick Mahomes picture behind me, it's kind of like that, dark reddish, but more little purple tint to it. And I got some
crushed velvet.
No, velvet. I don't know. It's a suit that I will wear again. Spent $500 on this fucking suit. I'm wearing it again. Actually, it wasn't $500. It was cheaper than that. But I got some nice shoes too. Some fake Versace's. They're black studded, so they're like shiny. But I got gold lacing in them to match the jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Because bling bling. My little bracelet right here. My lines on my tattoo are thicker than my bracelet. But yeah, this week we're actually going for our first food tasting. So the menu will be provided with the invitation shortly. One thing I do want to talk, I didn't put this on the notes for the episode. By the way, we have notes for the episode, just so you guys know, whole fucking legal pad covered.
We're going to see how well that list holds up.
We're about 15 minutes into recording, and we're not even on the first topic. Yeah. So yeah, Wednesday I took the day. I'm taking a half day at work. We're driving up to Salem. We got the food tasting, and then we're spending the night in the hotel, which we've never stayed in the hotel before, so it's gonna be fun. And then the next day we're meeting with the baker and the florist and all that stuff. So this is the fun part of the wedding stuff, the wedding planning, because the rest of it's just stressful. But fun parts are coming up. We already did all the stuff for the DJ. I know what I'm coming out to at the ceremony. And you can guess it.
Is it Wu-Tang?
It's John fucking Cena.
Oh, I would have.
I'm coming out with a belt. Right up. Yeah, we're gonna have. Well, Ellie said I can't have a belt. Can't have a WWE belt.
What if you're not allowed to have a belt, but if somebody in the crowd has a belt and just like kind of passes it to you as you're making your way down, you can't defy.
If somebody gives me a WWE champ, if somebody hands me a WWE championship belt at my wedding, you're not getting it back. I just want that. I want that to be clear. You're not. It's forever my belt. Then that is my wedding present.
There's only one way to get it. There's only one way to get it back.
You got to put me through a table.
Buffalo Bill style.
Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys. That was before Buffalo Bills. Okay. I want a triple threat ladder match.
TLC. Edge, yes. Christian, Hardy Boys, Dudley.
I want a TLC match for the WWE Championship. That's what I want. Oh my God. But talking about matches, I'm hoping that this is going to be for next week's episode. He hasn't confirmed yet. Still waiting for the message to come through. But there was a fight yesterday from somebody that was on our show. It's versus somebody who was talking shit on our show. Mr. Carlos from 60 Days In, the real Carlos J on TikTok and Instagram and all of the handles. Give him a little shout out there. Yeah, he was the first episode of the season. Right? He was the first guest of the season, I think, right? He was episode 2 because we filmed episode 2 before episode 1.
That was season 2, dog.
That was season 2? Oh, yeah. That was the first time you and Ellie were on the episodes.
That's when we kicked off everything. We brought me on. We fired old dude.
Yeah, we threw you guys right to the wolves right from the get-go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
that's why I had like shitty everything.
Yeah. Well, growth. Because next week, you're going to be available. We're going to interview him again. And that's what we're hoping for. Because last night, he fought somebody named Lucky fucking Chucky. And we can both say, wasn't so lucky. Nope. Wasn't so lucky.
His luck ran out.
His luck ran out. And you know how his luck ran out? Do we want to call it luck at this point? Because when you start seeing a trend in things and you start seeing people tap the fuck out again, it just makes me feel good inside, right? Because you have somebody come on to something I produce, something I make, something that it's this show is my baby, and you want to come onto my page and talk all this shit, boy, I'm gonna run my fucking mouth when you fucking lose a fucking fight. God, that was great. Chucky and Carlos faced off in a sanctioned boxing match last night, which means this goes on their professional records. And the fight lasted 1 round. And I will say, I think Carlos got hit in the nose, and his nose started bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, he caught him with an uppercut.
Which I'll give it to him. Now, it's a good shot. But it's boxing. The whole point of boxing, you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
Like,
you walk in there knowing that's exactly what's going to happen.
Exactly. So you're going to get hit at some point regardless. So, yeah, blood's going to happen. And you can't help that. So I watched this little video of him talking about, I whooped that trick, man. Bruh. Carlos hit that man with an uppercut so hard it almost knocked his fucking helmet off. So here's the thing. And I'm only talking as somebody who's been training, right? Because I've been training for the last 6 months or so. Not like extensively. Let's be honest here. I'm a bothead. I enjoy my peace and quiet. So I've been training, pseudo training, like, once a week, just more so for the exercise and just for staying in shape and keeping my fight style working, right? And one thing I looked at when this man got in the ring and he put his gloves up, he has not trained. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He is not.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw that, because when I watched the fight, and then I watched.
You got the pay-per-view?
Yes, I paid for it.
Motherfucker, I wish you told me you had a fucking another link for it, man. I paid $25 for that fucking skippy ass stream. That shit's annoying.
But
regardless of the case,
when I watch it, and I mind you, I am just a viewer and a fan of combat sports and stuff like that. If I can point the fact out that Chucky had the worst form that I have ever he looks like the guy that runs his mouth inside of a Walmart thinking that he's hot shit and then got fucking dealt with.
You're fighting like it's 1920. Come on, give me yeah. Nah.
Throwing the fucking
your mustache is quite unraveling.
And the fact that he took a knee in the corner, because he couldn't fucking do it. He got fucking TKO'd.
I got a calf cramp. How do you have a calf cramp, bro? Listen, you're supposed to be a boxer. That means you are an athlete. That means you trained and prepared to go to war for 3 fucking rounds. Okay, again, this is where it blows my mind. Because when you're training for boxing, when you have a 3-round bout, you're not training for 3 rounds. You're training for 5 to 6 rounds. You know why? Because you don't want to be tired come the 3rd round.
Nope.
Because if you train for only 3 rounds, that 3rd round, you're tired. I think it was only a 3-round match. I don't even know because we only got the 1st round. Regardless of the case is, this man barely even prepared for the 1st round of a fight. He was winded. He was tired. He didn't get a cramp. You know why you didn't? I know you didn't get a cramp, buddy. I watched that whole fight. I watched it in slow motion. I have professional video programs where I took that video, put it on my program, slowed it the fuck down by 0.25 speed. And you know what I can tell? I can tell what your calf did. Your calf did not cramp up. You said in your video, my whole calf, I felt it cramp. Now, I don't know if Nick, I don't know if you'd be brave enough to pull it up on TikTok for what a calf cramp looks like. You see the entire muscle go.
Yeah,
like
it actually contracts. You see it in a sense. It's like when your balls get cold, they
exactly
the same. But you can physically see it.
Exactly. Don't see nothing, and then you watch him crying about his calf cramp, and then he puts weight on the leg that has the calf cramp to get on the stool. Because he was sitting on the ground.
Yeah, if you're gonna...
You ever had a calf cramp before?
Yeah, I stay off of it.
I play basketball. You cannot put any pressure on your leg.
No, you pretty much have to you have to sit and pretty much move your ankle back and forth trying to
release the tension that is in your leg.
Because it's happened when I skated. Yeah,
you don't see him move his ankle at all. You just see him crying about his leg. We all called it. Everyone knew that this was going to happen. Ellie called it. My wife called it. She doesn't even watch combat sports with me like that. She doesn't train. She we all called it. We knew this guy was going to tap out because you look at the work that Carlos puts in. And yeah, I'm gonna deride my boy here a little bit. I'm going to get full Diddy, right? Full Diddy. Carlos sitting here training time every single fucking day, posting videos of him on the jump rope, hitting the heavy bag, doing his light workouts, not showing his full training, sparring 3 rounds with fucking other boxers, like amateur boxers, not celebrity influencer boxers, not, guys 30, 40 years old, 20-year-olds that are fucking trying to go for belts. He's training with these people. This guy had no chance from the start.
No.
Chucky had no chance from the start. He might have had a
chance 60 days in.
Yeah. Should have thrown hands in the jail cell, bro. But here you are. And you posted the video yesterday. I haven't seen another video since, because now you're going to sit here in shame because your fans can't even defend you. You had somebody come to your hometown, call you out, make fun of you in front of your people, and then embarrass you in a ring. Get off of social media.
It was actually pretty. It was. I don't know if the fight was more embarrassing or the fact of, like, at the press conference, like when they squared off, how he fucking left the where they stand next to one another. He fucking left the stage to go cry upstairs, and then a fight broke out between, like, his people and Carlos's people and shit like that.
Somebody got knocked the fuck out. You saw that?
Yeah, I watched all those videos.
And I'll give that guy props. He came back the next night and smacked the shit out of that dude. Now, however, that dude looked like he was a crackhead. It looked like some dude who just pulled off the streets. He didn't look like he knew how to box. I don't know, Joe. And listen, I watched a lot of those fights. The young kids were fucking great. I don't know if you saw the younger kids. There was like 16-year-olds that were fucking fighting, and they were throwing hands, bro. Like, that was real boxing. And then you saw some of the people who just don't know how to box. That's what you get, like Lucky Chucky. All right, I'm not gonna spend any much more time on this because I want to save a lot of this for next week with Carlos, because I can't wait to hear what he's got to say about this, because we know there was bad blood between the two of these guys. This was great television. This was great cinema. This was reality TV at its finest, and except we got to see people throw hands.
It came full circle.
It did, like a circle.
Like I said,
like a circle. I did want to talk about WrestleMania because we didn't get a chance to talk about that. The week of WrestleMania, you recorded with Copper, and then the following week, you got drunk.
I didn't get drunk.
Your poop shoot was tired. I don't know then. I don't know.
I was just tired.
You partied like a 20-year-old in your 30s. I show no sympathy for this, buddy. You did this one to yourself.
I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm here to set the facts straight. I didn't get drunk. I bought 2 bottles and drank a quarter of only one.
See, these are mistakes that you can't make in your 30s.
Well, I have alcohol for my house. I can make drinks and sit on my porch.
Fair. I don't do that. I can't do that. Now, WrestleMania was a very big event. Now, I'm excited because I've been watching wrestling for the last year or two now, 3 years, I think it was, enjoying what Roman Reigns has really brought and all that stuff. And what Triple H is doing with wrestling is actually, it's great. It's amazing because wrestling's fun again. Like, I feel like it's cool. It's not like that stigma, like, you watch wrestling, it's fake. It's like, no, people are understanding that this is television. This is no different from watching fucking Shogun. This is no different from watching Marvel. It's the same thing. I got my superheroes. I get my fight scenes. I get my love stories. I get it all.
It from the clips I've been watching, I'll give you that. Triple H has actually been taking it back to what it used to be in its prime, meaning like the Warzone era and the Attitude era and stuff like that. Like it
Warzone era? Raw is War.
Warzone.
That was a ruthless aggression is what that era was called.
Same fucking concept. Anyways, it's getting back to that vibe where like the storyline actually makes sense. It's entertaining and stuff like that. And I think what's funny is like I'll be on TikTok and now my algorithm is trying to bait me back into it. And so like I get clips and stuff like that to watch, which I mean it's interesting because I mean some of the guys that I grew up watching are still here doing all of that. So and
yeah, like seeing The Rock come out and wrestle after 12 years, like that was so cool, dude. Like I felt like a little kid. And then like and then see him as a bad guy, and then you got John Cena coming back, and then the Undertaker. Like I had friends that that went to it. that were actually there. We actually had Ryan on the show at one point. Ryan was there. My buddy Chris was there. They saw it live, and they said like that was the greatest thing they ever witnessed, which I'm actually very jealous. I wish I went. It would have been so much fun, but I'm not rich, and this show does not make enough money to provide that. So I will continue to watch from my couch and get the best scenes. I will say the production value in wrestling is phenomenal, because one of the coolest things was seeing what was it? Like they do these, it was Raw a couple weeks ago, where they brought somebody out. They brought the camera crew outside of the stadium. Like they followed him outside of the stadium to another wrestler. He did a promo, and then he walked through the crowd with the cameraman. This is stuff you don't see. You don't see the behind the scenes. I think I remember
I saw it, because they said that this guy had like in 2024 the greatest walkout in all of 2024 so far.
Sami Zayn, yeah.
That's who it was, yeah, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, dude, and he's a crowd favorite. He's a great wrestler, and he's getting up there in age, so I think people are just really acknowledging that the things that we loved in wrestling, they're starting to come to an end, which is kind of cool. It's just something different. But yeah, no, it's weird, because I find myself every week now like, man, oh shit, SmackDown's on tonight. I'm not going to watch it live. I'm going to watch my TikToks, because I don't have... Listen, Raw is 3 hours long. That's a long time to watch TV.
Shit, I forgot that it's that long.
Dude, it's long. So that's why I go online and I just watch the highlights of the best parts. And then like the episodes, the what's it called? The storylines that I care about, that's all I watch. Because like there's a lot of storylines that I really just don't care about. Like it's like if you're flipping through TVs, you're flipping through the TV, you're just gonna be a show that like I don't watch the Kardashians. I won't watch it. I'm just gonna skip past it. So I go to the next channel. And that's kind of what wrestling is like. If there's something that you don't want to watch, a section, just don't watch that part.
Come back later.
Come back later. Exactly. It's nice. It's like a baseball game. You take a nap. But I do. So I'm going to let you take the floor on this next part, because I do want to talk about, there's a show that we haven't even really discussed too much on, X-Men 97. Something that has tied our childhood together and made us extremely reminiscent of those old days. And this show has been great. So I'm going to let you take the floor on this and fill the people in a little bit more about X-Men.
So X-Men 97 was a continuation of the old school 90s edition, which a lot of us growing up watching it, we were very, very, not necessarily skeptical, because we saw the concept, and our main concern was that if they were to do a continuation of it, our only really demand was to make sure that the intro music and opening scene stayed the same as what it was. And sure enough, we got that. And then some. And the show has hit off to a great start with episode 1. And in true Marvel fashion, with the new Marvel shows that have come out, Marvel has stuck to its guns and its algorithm of every episode 5 or 6, depending on the series, is a very high emotional episode. But the thing is that the creators have left a good warning on this. They said, if you thought that episode 5 that we just watched about 2 weeks ago, they said that emotional roller coaster is the low point. And when I say low point, they said it only gets more emotional in like the later episodes. So all of us are pretty much.
I didn't see that. I didn't hear them say that.
Oh yeah, they said they said that's just like the tip of the iceberg.
Because I can tell you on one hand how many cartoons have made me teary-eyed before, and this is one of them.
Yeah. What's funny is that
Up is still number one as like the only cartoon to ever really make me cry. Because like, I mean, let's be real. When Carl and Ellie, that whole opening scene, gets me every time.
Well, my barber hit me up the day that episode 5 dropped, and he said, "Dog, are you caught up?" And I said, "No." I was like, "I'll be caught up tonight." And the only thing he told me, he's like, "They done did the damn thing." I had no idea. And the whole episode is great, and I'm watching it. I loved the action of it. I love that they actually did the whole comic adaptation of the Hellfire Gala in that episode.
Oh yeah.
With Emma Frost and all them, but the ending of that episode, it just floored.
Just the fade to black, and then you hear. I mean, it's already been out, right?
Yeah,
Like,
so we can technically discuss it.
spoilers.
2 weeks. I mean, I'm sticking to my 2-week rule. It's been 2 weeks, so we can now discuss it.
Yeah, I mean, just hearing Rogue say, "I can't feel you" on a black screen. Oh man, that hurt. That hurt because Gambit is like a fan favorite. People love Gambit.
You said we talked about our favorite X-Men, and you had said Gambit. Yeah, one of your favorite X-Men. Yeah,
it's the little rat tail he has. It's that '90s feel. He makes you feel like you're in the '90s still, except he has that cool like New Orleans slang.
Cajun,
New Orleans,
Cajun.
It's the same thing.
Potato, tomato.
I mean, what you think it's in New Orleans? That's what it is.
But
it's all Cajun food. You don't go to Bubba Gump's and not get Cajun food.
I don't go to Bubba Gump's because I think it's trash.
Oh, how dare you?
It is.
Albronius.
No. Bubba Gump's is trash. No.
Albronius.
No.
You haven't been to the one in Times Square, so you are wrong.
I don't like seafood, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Sure. You know what? This is why people don't like you.
That's fine. Take a number.
Take a number.
Take a number.
But yeah, no, X-Men, what they're doing with this show, it's making me very, very, very happy.
I think
what Marvel's doing is just, they're doing a great job.
Well, and great. Yeah, and the thing is like these guys weren't even technically part of, like, they weren't like a, how do I put it? They had not been in Marvel that long, even though they fired the guy that created it, which I still to this day don't know why they fired him. But they parted ways. I think that they should bring him back as well as it's doing, but also on his side, I tell you to fuck off. Unless it was a legitimate reason. I can't say yes or no because I don't know what the reason behind all of it was. But the show has been absolutely phenomenal. The storyline is exactly what we wanted it to be. The animation has become better than what it was back then, which is what we wanted. We're still getting to see all of our favorite characters. The one thing I will say that I do enjoy is that even though we got to keep the intro with the music and the opening sequence and stuff like that, is that they do change the characters depending on what's going on.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like you'll see different characters in different spots.
Yeah.
For the intro, which is, again, it's the little things that make it good, you know? And Marvel's been slacking. We can both agree on that. Marvel has not been doing a great job lately. So this is a good leading into X-Men or Deadpool, because we know we're going to get a lot of X-Men in that movie. So
even though it is not canon,
it's gonna be.
It's not.
But you saw did you see the Watcher in the background?
I did. I love that part.
It's canon then. It's canon. If the Watcher is in it, it's canon.
I don't know. Kevin Feige has already gone on record. It is not canon.
Well, if the Watcher's there, then it's not part of the MCU timeline. It's part of a multiverse timeline.
There you go. Because
which it's still part of the fucking MCU, whether you want to count it or not. If you're saying that What If is canon, which they said it is,
right,
and the character from What If goes into X-Men, just watching, then it's canon. Because you're using the same exact character, watching a different timeline. He's the Watcher of the timelines. And you know it's true. It's true.
No.
That's how it works.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's correct.
No.
Well, you can sit there in your ignorance. It's okay.
How about Scotty Doon?
So, next thing I want to talk about here, though, we were discussing this a little bit because I'm always curious about this, right? I watch a lot of podcasts, and you have a lot of these podcasts that have fan bases, and one of my favorite ones is the 91 Percenters on New Heights with Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce. That's what they call their fan base. They're like, "What's up, my 91 Percenters? You know, whatever. Oh, what's up, the 91 Percenters? We love you guys, whatever." A little bit of a nice little thing for their fans. What the fuck do we call our fans? Because right now there's just an NFA fan, which doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
That's more of the Discord anyway,
right? That's like our niche fan base.
So are we more or less talking about like the different shows, or are we talking about like in a whole as like the network?
Well, you look at Copper, right? He has the Floof Ninjas.
Yeah,
the Floof Ninjas are his fan base. The Floofs, some would say, right? Like, well, what would you call us? like, are they the NFAers? Are they
Oh,
the?
that's too bland.
That's what I'm saying.
What about like niffers? That
Nick. That's one letter away from a word you can't say anymore.
I know.
You thought about that? Yeah, That's literally the next consonant over, and then then we're calling them like, "What's up, my niffer?" Like, see, that doesn't work. See, see, that doesn't. I do the intros. You won't be able to say that. Majority of our fan base is of the Caucasian descent. They can't say that.
No, and that's not going to look good on a shirt.
No. Because you know me, I'm vulgar, and if our fan base pisses me off, I'm going to say "fuck you, niffers," and now I'm getting canceled. Do you see how that does not work for me?
That's why I didn't go with it.
I mean, we should have stopped right from the start there, buddy.
It's a bad time, Bob. It's a bad time.
It's a bad time. Bad time. It's not the right time. There's times and places to call people things, and this is not the time. This is not a good time in the world to do that.
No.
I don't
But,
know. Because I mean, I always say welcome to the shit show, like my shit showers. That sounds even worse. That means like you're sending us pictures of your poop.
okay, I'm glad we're thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't know.
Right? That's going to open up a whole window for a Reddit thread that we're not ready for.
No, 2 girls, 1 cup.
So I don't know. What would we call our fans? You know,
Fuck.
our show's nobody fucking asks. They're either the fuckers, the askers, or the nobodies. Hey, the nobodies.
That's not.
We're
What's up?
guessing this one. We don't have this one written down. We had a lot of this stuff written down, but I don't have.
What's up, you bunch of nobodies? What's up, you bunch of nobodies?
Right.
It kind of rolls off the tongue.
Welcome to another show, my fellow nobodies. All right. So I would say askers, but that just sounds really weird.
What about askies?
No.
No.
That sounds like ass skis. That we're gonna get pictures of people skiing butt naked.
I wouldn't do that.
Right? I mean, I know people who have skied naked, but I wouldn't do that. That sounds very dangerous. Because if I died, now you're finding a naked body on skis.
With a small wiener.
It's going to be cold.
It's going to be very cold. It's on ice. Icy wiener.
Icy wiener. There you go.
That's a Futurama reference, everybody, if you haven't figured that one out.
Yes. And so for you guys listening, for the fan base, what do y'all want to call yourselves? I'll let y'all decide. I don't give a fuck. What do we call you?
Because we can get vulgar with it. We can degrade.
I'm down to call them the fuckers. Like,
so, okay, okay, listen, you're tapping into, you're calling them nobodies, fuckers, and stuff like that. What if a lot of our audience has a degrading kink? They're degradees.
I mean, they are fans of copper, so we know there's a lot of kinks going on.
Oh yeah,
we might tap into a whole new.
They have praise kink, which we give,
and we know who you are. I'm in that Discord. I've spied on some of your conversations that y'all had amongst yourselves. I might not respond all the time, but I read every fucking message.
It's like that scene. It's like that scene from Family Guy. Dirty whores, all of you. Dirty girls, dirty.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
Pick a god and pray to it.
Well, with that being said, though, our niffers. This is I feel like that's gonna end up sticking. The niffers.
I hope that doesn't stick. I hope on all things sanctioned that does not stick.
God. I can't do that. I legitimately can't. If you guys at home want to be called that, I can't do that one. That's the one.
Call yourself that.
You can call yourself that and get yourself in trouble, but because I mean, how would you? It would be NFR. Yeah, that still doesn't. This still doesn't look nice on a hat.
There's no. How about new?
This thing is like, you think about the fame. I'm a 91%er. It's like, I'm a fucking niffer. That sounds so bad. That's terrible. Like,
I'm in the niffer army.
Oh God. No. And see, with Copper and you and with those Southern and Midwest accents, definitely ain't gonna sound any better. All right. Well, my niffers, we're going to go into the to talk about the documentary last week.
You got niffers with their Swiffers right now going upside down.
Well, there's Swifties. We can call them Nifties. Ooh, Nifties. I like that one.
There's no T.
Well,
That's stupid.
well, we can't call them Nifas. That's still all 3 letters. We can't
Get on to your damn documentary.
Well, for those of you at home who did watch it, obviously you guys did let me know about it, and you guys told me that you enjoyed it, and you're looking forward to seeing the full documentary. By the way, I know I said give me 2 weeks on that. This is going to take a long time, because if you want me to do this my way and you want me to do it the correct way and actually make this like a beautiful thing, it's going to take me a long time to do it. But I will include stuff from the wedding at that point, so I'm expecting maybe 4th season. Next season, I'll probably drop it. We'll see. We'll play it by ear, because this is not going to be something I can monetize, because I'm so using music that I can't use. So I'm just not going to get paid on it, so I don't have to pay anybody else. I think that's fair. Fan film, right?
Yeah.
It's a mockumentary of my life. But what were you, I mean, obviously I know you said you finally watched it and you saw the documentary. So what were your thoughts on it? I mean, obviously I want my colleagues' feedback on it. You guys speak so highly about me behind my back, so I'm curious to see what you got to say.
Steaming pile of dog shit.
My life, yes.
No. Overall, it was a very good, like, very well put together. It was, I mean, and it's because you did it on the fly. So,
I think the fact that I put this together in one night was
yeah.
with no script, I had nothing prepared. Legitimately, to the legal pad. That's the documentary. This is our episode. Do you see the difference in notes? Prepared, not prepared. Big difference there. So I went into this not knowing what the fuck I was even doing.
Yeah, you winged it. And I mean, for you winging it and doing it within pretty much a day, a few hours, we'll say a few hours, just kind of show like how much of the like planning went into it. Is that overall in the short time frame that it had, I mean it was very well put together. And the only thing I critiqued on it was the Florida music, because I felt like I was in Hawaii, but I knew that I was in Florida. So that would be, but I understand like putting music to video is a pain in the ass due to whole copyright situations and stuff like that. But
and I'm still trying to get paid for this shit. So
yeah, but I mean, I feel like with more of a outline and more planning and brainstorming, it could do very well. I mean, maybe not. I wouldn't go to was it Sundance?
No, yeah, we're not doing Sundance. Maybe maybe when I do a documentary for you, I'll probably do that, because I have an idea for you, Nick. I want to do a documentary for you, but it ain't about your life. Nobody cares about that.
Wow.
I only did it about my life because I was bored and I'm making it. So why shouldn't I? But I think for you, we can make it funny. We can make something good. We can make a film.
Black and white, Clark style?
We could do that. We could do it. But see, here's the thing about black and white. Is like, when they did it for Clerks, you felt the grittiness of the 90s, and you felt it. Like, you felt that this was nowadays, like, if I do it in black and white, I'm in 4K, but black and white. Now we're just watching WandaVision. We're just waiting for it to turn to color. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be grainy. It's got to be crappy. Like, I have an old digital camera in my drawer right now that I could use from 2007, 6. Actually, no, I've had that since 2005, since junior prom.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm old. We've covered this already. In the
yeah, we've covered that one.
We covered that one. But yes, I figure for you though, I'll fly out. I'll do 2 weeks. That's all I need. Actually, I don't even need 2 weeks. I need a week. We'll get you in full costume. We'll get you in your Oklahoma gear. You know. I don't know if you want to do Reed Richards or if you want to do Spider-Man. It's up to you.
Well, Spider-Man was a bigger hit. The Reed Richards was like a hit or a miss for me.
Yeah, so we'll do the Spider-Man, and then we'll do like what can I do? I could do it like you're the small town Spider-Man, and you don't get the acclaim that the New York Spider-Man gets, and you feel a little discriminated against. I think that's a good one. Like, I get you in an interview, and it's just like you sitting there, and it's like, I'm just trying to do my day's work, and you get no recognition for it just because we're in a small town. We're in Oklahoma. If I was in New York City, like Queens or something, maybe I'd get some, attention. Maybe I'd be part of an A team.
That or be mentioned the whole West Coast Avengers.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I'm moving to fucking I'm moving to Seattle where the superheroes are, and they're getting the attention they want. They're getting.
Pull like a whole like Rodney Dangerfield. No respect. No respect.
I get no respect. No disrespect to Rodney Dangerfield, but I never found his stand-up comedy to be funny.
It was never funny.
Exactly. There's a reason why he got no respect, pal.
He was only good in like small movie roles. Let's be honest.
Exactly. Oh, Little Nicky was great.
Was it Back to School?
Back to School.
He went. It's an old or like 80s movie.
Never seen that one.
Nah.
The only Back to School I know is Billy Madison.
Oh.
To show his daddy he's not a fool. Back to school. Back to school.
It's too damn hot for a penguin to be just walking around out here.
But yeah, no, I really found a passion in this documentary stuff, and I think I want to carry it over. I think the next one I would do after mine would probably be Copper.
That'd be interesting. That one you could probably do to go send to Sundance.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna between the military EMT shit and
John Candlewick.
Yeah, like we'll get video of him at the shooting range, riding horses, lassoing people, do the whole thing.
I like how you only left it at lassoing people, because if you say he's whipping people,
no whipping allowed.
No.
Did somebody just ring your doorbell?
Yeah, I have it. My Amazon package just got dropped off.
Oh, look at you! It's weird that just happened, because I just got an alert that there was somebody in my front yard right now. Oh, it's my wife mowing the lawn. I was supposed to help with yard work today. You're the one that said you wanted to record in the morning.
Oh, I know. Well, I wanted to kind of switch up the whole.
I mean, I'm appreciative of this. I'm not going to be up till 3 o'clock in the morning editing.
Yeah. Well, and like my thing is like I still have to grocery shop, and today is the game 1 for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I'm trying to go downtown for the pre-celebration of the basketball team and like festivities and stuff like that. So, but I also wanted to spitball the idea of us trying to do an earlier episode to see like how it went.
Way more energy for me in the afternoon and morning. I can.
This is pre-nap. This is pre-nap Zaga.
This is pre-nap. This is like fresh. Had my first coffee of the day. Zaga, where I'm like, I'm awake. I'm a 10. Like this is why there's a legal pad with notes for an episode this week, because it's during the day. So maybe we do this. I think it is. I think it is hard for us just because like Saturday, like I only get 2 days. I don't get regular days off like most people. I get my Thursdays and my Sundays. So Thursdays are like my days to run my errands, and Sundays are just R&R days, trying to just.
I get Saturdays and Sundays.
So you get the back to back.
Yeah.
So the back to back's nice. I don't get that. I get Thursdays. I work 3 days, take a day off. Work 2 days, take a day off, which is nice because it breaks up the monotony of the week. Because usually by Wednesday, I'm so filled with rage that I need a day off or I'm going to go to jail. Like, I feel like that's what happens. Like, people know me as a happy person and as I'm friendly on the show, and like, I make jokes and I'm a goofball, but I'm actually, if you ever watch New Girl?
Oh yeah.
I've never related to Nick Miller more in my life than at 34 years old.
I think every mid-30s man can agree to that, because same.
Just the level of anger that he carries with him every day. I'm like, oh God, I feel that.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Except I express it naturally. I'm an asshole. I can't help it. Speaking of assholes, have you been following this whole Drake beef thing?
No. The only closest thing that I've heard it. I know that J. Cole apparently apologized to Kendrick Lamar, which was weird. But Drake has been going. I guess he went after Rick Ross, Kendrick Lamar, Meek Mill, which Drake's gone after Meek Mill plenty of fucking times. So
I don't think he went after Meek this time.
Oh, he didn't go after Meek this time?
No, I think they squashed their beef because back to back. Back to back. Very rarely do you make a diss track and it becomes like a #1 song on Spotify. Very rarely does that happen. I will give Drake balls though for dropping a diss track the same day that Taylor Swift dropped 32 songs. I mean, like, I respect it because, like, let's be real. Is the world? You know what I see more on TikTok right now is the innuendos that Taylor had for Travis than Drake talking about Kendrick.
I'm glad that I don't get to see any of them.
I mean, I'm a Swiftie, so
Yeah.
I'm a Twifty. A Trifty? What are they calling them? I don't even know.
I don't know. I hate it altogether.
A Swalsey? Swalsey.
I hate it.
Swalsey.
Hate it.
I like it.
Hate it.
Yeah, so I'm Team Swalsey, and I'm for it. But J. Cole did apologize, and I can explain why he would do that. So years ago, J. Cole said on a track, "If I'm gonna rap on, if I'm gonna have spit beef on a record, it's gonna be legit." Drake doesn't have beef with Kendrick. He respects him as an artist. He respects him as he did that diss track song because of the internet. Because the internet kind of like, where's your response? Where's your response? Where's your response? And then his friends telling him, you got to respond. You got to respond. He did it because he was pressured to do so. But that's why he said, I'm taking it down. Like, this was whack. This was corny. I don't hate Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the question. If Kendrick comes back at him hard, I'm pretty sure J. Cole, I think, was more so a warning shot. Like J. Cole saying, listen, I will do this shit if you come at me. I respect you though, and I don't want to do this, so I'm going to take it down. But I feel like if Kendrick come back at him and says anything fucked up, Cole's going to go ham. We all know J. Cole would win, or I think J. Cole would win this whole thing.
Oh no, I'm Team J. Cole. So
yeah, I think J. Cole's the better rapper out of all of them. I will give Drake his fucking props because he dropped 2 diss tracks and Kendrick didn't respond. So I don't know. And he called him out. He said, Taylor Swift, your boss now, which I was like, ooh, he made fun of him for having a size 7 shoe and then made his album cover a size 7 shoe tag.
that's fun.
He said, Metro Boomin, why don't you stick to making drums, you bitch? Like, that was fucked up. Like,
I forgot about that part.
There's just so many little things that Drake did that, like, he AI'd Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Like, he used his voice and then AI'd it to sound like Tupac and Snoop Dogg, and those are Kendrick's, like, idols. So that's another, like, the level of fuckery that he's doing is kind of, I like it. And like he's trying to just bait him. Because here's the thing, is like Drake knows this is just going to make him millions, right?
Right.
Why wouldn't you do this? Like, Kendrick could just be, I mean, let's be honest, Kendrick makes millions and millions of dollars. However, he ain't nowhere on the global level platform that Drake is, right? Like, J. Cole's pretty globally known, but Drake is, Kendrick, he's making the reference that he's like Michael Jackson and he's Prince. Michael Jackson was like the biggest fucking name in all of music for fucking like 30 years, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Drake's in the same category, bro. Like, he's 16 years in the game, #1 every fucking time he puts something out. Drake got some ground to stand on to talk some shit. And plus, he's probably just trying to bait him to come out with more music so that way he can make more money. Your diss tracks are going to be top charters, so...
Well, yeah, everybody likes the drama.
Not even that. You're who you are.
Right.
If Taylor Swift made a diss track to fucking... What's her name? Kardashian. Kim Kardashian. That Thank You Amy song, I think it's called, or something like that. Well, she made a diss track to fucking... What's her face? Because of the level that Taylor Swift is at, of course that one song's getting more attention than the other 32 songs that came out. I do like the song with Post Malone, though. I will say it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It's Post, bro, and the music video was cool. They put face tattoos on Taylor, and I will say, Taylor Swift with face tattoos and hand tattoos, she bad, bro. No, don't you talk about T. Don't you talk no shit about T Swizzle, okay?
No.
T Swizzle.
No.
Remember T Swizzle did it with T Pain back in the day too.
No.
Said I'm 5'4", wear my hair to the floor. Yeah, it's a great song. Love it. I don't know what you're doing.
No. It's the magic conch.
No. I'm going to buy a conch. I'm going to buy the magic conch. I'm Googling it right now. How much is it? because I'll just do that, and I'm going to bring that for the episode next time. Magic conch shell. How much shopping? Oh, it's available. You can buy it. It's $29 on Amazon. Ordered. Ordering it right now, just for you. I'm going to order it, and I'm going to send it to your house so you can have it.
I'll find a spot for it.
Yeah, see, that's something that you like. You're like, where would I fit it? No, you find room for it.
You find room for that.
Yeah. You know how many times Ellie tells me, like, we can't fit an 80-inch TV in the living room.
Bet.
Bet? Bet. You make room for that motherfucker if I can get it. So the last thing I want to talk about, because we're coming up on time here. Last thing I want to talk about, and this is a little more on the serious note, because we don't talk serious on NFA.
No.
World War III is about to happen. It looks like it. And if it does pop off, and we can't record or come out with shows anymore, we love y'all. I know TikTok's getting banned soon, but I'll post on Instagram, I guess. I'm actually kind of happy that, as much as I hate that TikTok might get banned, I'm actually happy because that's less social media platforms I have to really work on. Because you were supposed to take over the Twitter account, and we have not posted on Twitter ever.
Dude, Twitter's a dying fucking thing.
Then get on Threads.
Threads is fucking stupid and dying too.
Okay, then maybe you take over the fucking Instagram. Instagram is popping.
No, it's...
It is. I probably should get better at YouTube Shorts. I don't know. But World War III is coming. It looks like it's happening. The whole stuff that's going on between Iran and Israel, obviously we have people who worked for and currently work for the military in our group, so we're not going to speak too much on it because then I'm trying to get people in trouble. However, all I'm saying is shit's going down. Nostradamus called this years ago, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 years ago, said Battle of the Holy Cities, or the Great Battle of the Holy City, beginning of the world, beginning of the end of the world, whatever. So I just find it coincidental that this stuff is happening right when Fallout comes out on TV. Because it's been shown, conspiracies out in the world, and we can dive into this and go down a rabbit hole at some point in time and discuss how Hollywood has groomed us for war and for the political conflicts that go on in the world. Because you look in history, it's like, well, we were going in the Cold War. Every movie had a Russian bad guy. We're going to war against, the Iraqis. Well, every movie, or in the Middle East, we were in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria, all those things, right? Well, all the bad guys in the TV series and the dramas and the war movies were all Middle Eastern. It's like we were conditioned for that. So now, Fallout comes out. The bad guy is just people who press the button for the nuke. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But I would 100% go to a vault. Did you ever play the Fallout series games or no?
No, I never even attempted to play them, so I can't even say if I'm into them. But people at work have told me to watch the series, and I was like, well, I've never played the game. They said, Julie, you don't have to.
You don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to play the game to watch
the
series.
They said, but if I do play, that I should try, a Fallout New Vegas?
No. Fallout 4. Fallout 4. Fallout 4.
Anyway.
It's a single player game. It's a game that you move at your own pace with, and you got a dog.
Yeah.
It's great. And the cool thing is like, the one thing I love about the Fallout series is that they kind of open it up for people to make adjustments to it. There's mod packs right on the main screen, so you can download mods to the game to make it better, so they don't have to go do it. So you can just, even though this game came out like 10 years ago, it's still relevant. You can update all the graphics. You can update. You can add more storylines. You can add this. You can add. They openly give you cheat codes to use in the game. Like, that's what makes it fun. And enough about the game, though. But I wanted to talk about the TV series because Ellie and I just finished it yesterday, or the other night, and it is by far the greatest adaptation of a video game to a TV series. It gets people trapped in the story. Because when the show starts, it's not like you just start and you're in a vault. They do some a little bit of backstory, and throughout the show, they keep going back and forth, present, past, present, past, present, past. And there's like 12 different storylines. It's very similar to like Game of Thrones, Warrior. And Breaking Bad, all the shows that have those multiple different storylines that you're trying to keep track with. Like Ellie and I, we were like, oh, I don't want to watch this story. I want to go back to the other storyline. But then we get trapped in that storyline too. And from the actors and the actresses and the writing and the cinematography, the timing, the music or the score, beautiful. Everything is just shot beautifully. And again, you would never playing the game, not going to hurt you. It takes away a little bit of the experience because there's so many Easter eggs throughout the show. So
That's what I've heard.
Unless you played the game, then you wouldn't know about the Easter eggs. But I'm telling you right now, you're going to watch the show and then you're going to be like, I'm so in love with this universe about how this is all working that I want to play the game. I want to be entrapped in this universe more. And what makes the games fun is that the basis of the show is obviously nuclear war. There's these vaults that were commissioned by the military or the government, but it's all, I'm not going to ruin a lot of the story for you, but in the vaults and stuff, there's so many. Like in the game, like you're in Vault 111, you're in Vault 30, you're like the show's Vault 33, this one's 111, you're in Vault 22, Vault 15. You can just have infinite numbers of stories about these different vaults and people in those vaults. And that's what makes the game so much fun. Because you could get, even though it's the same premise every game, it's a completely different story. So like Fallout 4, you start off, you're a family man or a family woman, however you want to play the game, and you and your kid, your significant other and your child, nuclear war is coming, you have to run to the vault, something happens within the vault, your kid goes missing, your wife gets shot, killed, you can't do anything about it because you're stuck in a cryogenic, like frozen thing, like capsule, you're just seeing it through the fucking glass. And then you wake up 200 years later and you're got to go explore the world and try to figure everything out again. And that's what makes that's what makes the game fun, because the characters figuring things out with you. It's not like the characters all knowing of all these things and then all of a sudden like you're just getting tossed into the story. You're learning everything that the character's learning at the same time. So it's not a surprise. You're not gonna see the character like, I remember this or whatever. No. Boom, you're good. Like when you play God of War, like he's been around for thousands of years. He could talk about whatever the fuck he wants. And you could be like, where the fuck is that? I got to look into history. Don't got to do none of that with Fallout. Because the more exploring you do in the game too, the more it dives into and explains who Vault-Tec was and who's involved in this, what this means. And that's why it's one of those games you could play it for fucking 12, you can play it for 2-3 months straight and you're just still having fun and learning about it. But it makes me wonder, is Hollywood prepping us? Because there's zombies, there's mutants, there's obviously just nuclear war, there's factions, like there's all these things that very well go on in today's world.
I'll have to give it a shot. I mean, I have Prime. It's on my. I did already add it to my list, but.
Well, have you watched? Did you watch Twisted Metal or no?
Oh, I love Twisted Metal.
So it's very much like Twisted Metal, but better. They toned down the comedy aspect of it because there's still a lot of comedy in it, but they toned it down and gave it an in-depth multiple stories. Like there's like 6 or 7 different stories where you're just trying to piece together the little bits that you get to really understand what's happening. And even when I'm not upset with the season ending either. Like it ended perfectly. It tied all the stories together and gave us windows for the next episode or the next season,
which already got renewed.
Oh, 100% was going to renew regardless. But yeah, I really think you should watch that show. I think we're going to make that a segment from now on. We're going to pitch each other shows that we need to watch. And then the next time we record together, we're going to review the show that we were recommended. So you got about 2 to 3 weeks to watch a few episodes and let me know what you think on it.
Yeah, because I'm already starting to run out of stuff that I'm watching right now. So
yeah, that's why I'm watching New Girl again.
It's a good comfort show.
I never watched it in its entirety. I've only watched episodes here and there.
Oh, I watched the whole series back to back a few times.
I love Schmidt. He's the only reason why I watch the show. Is Schmidt. But with that being said, I got nothing else to go over. That was our list. We covered it all, and we didn't go off topic for too long.
Not too long.
We're literally like, this is an hour episode because we were recording for like 13 minutes before.
Yeah.
The show started. So We're right on the money. We did good. This is what happens when we do it during the day.
Productivity.
Yes, I'm sober, just so you know.
Hey, same.
It's the first time on an episode that I've been sober. So, actually, no. When I did the documentary, I was sober too because it was way too late, and if I smoked, I was not making that.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yes. Oh wait, no, because we didn't come out with an episode for a week. The week of WrestleMania, we skipped the whole week. That's what it was. I forgot about that. There was 1 week we didn't even have an episode.
That's right. I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, that is what it is. Y'all get what you get when you get it.
You don't throw a fit.
You're gonna like it. All right, but with that being said, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into the show and listening to what we had to provide and all the fun stuff. I'm going to try to get better at editing and add pictures, videos, and stuff like that to these shows, especially if we do it during the day. That gives me more time. I'm also going to change the release dates. I'm not doing Mondays anymore. So you guys are going to get this on Thursday morning, and that's going to give me a few days to record or to edit because I'm going to make it look better and try to make our show better.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly. So you guys are going to wait. You're not going to find out that you were waiting until tomorrow because today is Sunday. Yep. So you won't find out tomorrow. You'll find out on Thursday why there was no episode. And then that's it. So we're going back to Thursdays because I try to do the Mondays to get a jump on it, but it's too hard to work with my schedule and trying to edit, especially give the quality that I want to give. And next season, we're going to be even better. I promise, because next season, we are going to store up all of our episodes before we release. So season 4 will not release until about January or February. And we're ending this next month. So I have a wedding and a honeymoon to do. So
a lot of things on the plate.
Now, granted, I'm going to be doing other stuff too. So I'm probably going to, I think I said we're probably going to focus on our own content creation stuff for the time being. Like I'm actually going to make TikToks. I'm going to join the TikTok world. I'm going to start making my own little skits, my own little things. But you know me, I'm going to be a perfectionist about it. And I'm going to have really cool like camera angles, and they're going to be like the 2-minute like films. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Try to dabble in my filmography and get better at this. So when comes season 4, I'm fucking ready.
Not too bad of a plan.
We'll see. I'm also a pothead, and I come up with these ideas, and then I never follow through. Oh, by the way, there's one last thing I want to talk to you about, and I forgot about before I wrap the fuck up. I came up with an idea for a musical. And I think I talked to you about this about 3 weeks ago. I think I might have sent it in our group chat. I wrote a musical called All Time Low, strictly based on the songs of All Time Low.
Oh, yeah.
And I made a playlist exactly what the songs would be in order of the storyline. And I will make that eventually. One day. I think it'll work. And I know there's a lot of people, because I feel like, Hamilton was great for the hip-hop community and adding hip-hop into Broadway. We don't have anything for the emo kids. Because you're a fan of All Time Low, right?
Oh, yeah. 1,000%.
Exactly. So you're going to hear my playlist, and you're going to be like, wow, this is exactly what I was thinking of. This is exactly what I would want to listen to in a Broadway musical. I'm going to make it happen. Because, oh shoot, it says my audio input device was unplugged. Please check the audio settings. Oh no. Do you still hear me? Everything working?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that was weird. It told me that I did not have audio. That was terrifying. Hopefully that doesn't mess up the recording. However the case, I love y'all. Before things start crashing and breaking again, we got the whole episode without any technical difficulty, so I'm hoping there's none now. But I love y'all. Nick, say your goodbyes.
Much love, y'all. Thank you still for always sticking around.
You're doing it the millennial way. You got to do it the kid way, the new way. Like, right? They go like this now.
I'm a fucking millennial, you asshole. Fuck him. Stick to your fucking roots.
Yeah, you see the kids are like, how do you answer a phone? Look at this. That's how they do that. Like, how do you take a picture? How do they take a picture? They go like this. Like this now. Not like this. They go.
Yeah, I know. I see.
So stupid. It's so dumb. I hate this generation. I love you all at the same time. If you listen to us, I love you. But I just overall hate the trends that are going on in the world. How do you roll down the window? Gotta roll it down. Gotta roll that, baby. All right. Enough of our old age. It's time to call it quits. It's you.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Well, before I was really interrupted, love you all. Much appreciated for everything that you guys do and continue to listen to these unholy shenanigans. And until next time, where we will be with Carlos.
Hopefully. He hasn't responded that if next Sunday would work, so I'm hoping it does.
Ideally, that is what the plan is.
Ideally. Hopefully we get Carlos so we can talk some more shit about Chucky.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait either. Fuck that guy. All right. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.
Later.